Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix. And yeah, I'm doing the full moon in Aries reading as promised. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Okay, so all of the readings are up for October now. The general readings are up for every single sign. The love readings are up for every single sign. And I just finished the money readings for every single sign yesterday. So all of the readings are up. Feel free to check those out, whether you're on listening to the podcast, you'll have to scroll through and find them. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can actually go to the playlist, look for your sign, and then all of the readings for your sign will be there. This particular one is for the collective that I'm doing. Whatever reading you watch or listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now, let me take down, well, not let me take down, let me read my notes as well, because I was doing the pre-shuffle energy, and I had cards come out and then notes and all this other stuff. First of all, the full moon in Aries starts on the 8th. It will be between Pisces and Aries, so the full moon starts on the 8th, the full moon period. And then on the 9th, it transitions to a full moon in Aries. So that is the night that it will be a full moon in Aries. And then on the 10th is Aries Taurus. And then on the 11th is Taurus. Technically, according to the moon calendar that I use, it's all, the full moon is from the 8th to the 11th. It is what it is, the full moon period. Obviously, it would be under different things. But the 9th is the full moon in Aries. So yeah, as for things that came out, spirituality haters, someone may hate your beliefs right now. You may have beliefs on religion that others don't agree with. That's their problem. It's not your problem. Whatever your religion is, whatever your spirituality is, that's between you and the divine. It doesn't matter what others say. When the time comes that you're no longer on this earth, that conversation will be had then. So that's how I look at it. There isn't anyone on earth that can judge you. Everyone can have an opinion, but no one can really judge you. All right. Other thing is, some of you might be a role model in this time, or either you might look up to a role model. But I feel more of the energy is that some of you may be looked at as role models during this time. Also, some of you may have stalkers going, you know, prancing about. So, yeah. Keep that in mind too. Also, stress might be one thing that's going on right now. I really feel that everything is temporary anyway, but I feel that the stress will eventually subside. I do feel that there is a lot of stress. The Nine of Swords came out twice. It came out in one deck and then it came out in a different deck. So definitely someone is in their head right now. I feel like one of the people in their head is this person who has been stalking, because they secretly want to be with you, but they haven't confessed it yet. So all they can do is watch from a distance. And they want to come up and say something, or they want to say something to you, but they're afraid of what the response will be. Now, for others of you, one thing that I did pick up, I picked up that someone did confess, but it was left with no answer. It was like whoever received the confession, they were just like, I can't answer you right now. And now that it's sort of in limbo, the person who made the confession is going out of their mind. They're all in their head like, oh, did I say the wrong thing? Did I present it right? You know, what if I shouldn't have done it? Should I waited until 6 months later? Were they in a good mood at that time? Why did I wear this outfit? That type of stuff. That may be going on with someone. Also, some of you may have a false twin flame too. So keep that in mind. Some of you may be like, oh, I know they're my twin flame. I know they're my twin flame. Some of you may have a false twin flame. Keep that in mind. Again, with the Knight of Cups and the High Priestess coming out, this is something that was kept a secret. And if they haven't made it known during this full moon in Aries around that period, because don't forget, the full moons and Mercury retrogrades are usually when secrets come out. So this person may be ready to confess. Also, because it's a full moon in Aries, that might be the energy they needed to get their confidence up, because Aries is a very confident sign. So that energy may have given them their confidence, and then around this time, it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to tell such and such now, is what that could be. But with the High Priestess and the Knight of Cups, definitely this was a secret crush or secret emotions, kept secret, however you want to title it. But someone is looking for commitment. Now, I will say another thing that came to me too because of the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is about boundaries, but also one thing that came to me that popped in my head was restraining order. Some of you may be getting a restraining order against someone. If it is the stalker, then there may be a restraining order that you plan on getting in doing that. And I feel like it wasn't the thing for some of you. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It wasn't the thing of them having a crush on you. It was the thing of them stalking you, where they sort of knew where you were at, and then now you're finding it out, and you're like, oh my God, this person was watching me. So, and that may sort of trigger you, and then you might be like, okay, I'm getting a restraining order. Even if they didn't do anything, quote unquote, wrong, in a way, like, they didn't do anything to physically harm you. You just felt like you may feel like your privacy was violated. And because of that, you're like, you know what? I'm getting a restraining order. You know, the offer was cute, but the whole watching thing, not so cute. So yeah, that is the pre-shuffle energy. Let's go ahead and see what comes out in the main energy. I'm using 3 decks. I'll cross the decks, and then I will use my other deck. It's called What's the Tspill? On the outside of the cross is what I will do. So let's get started. May I have the energy for the collective, for the full moon in Aries. May I have the energy for the collective, for the full moon in Aries. May I have the energy for the collective, for the full moon in Aries. This card really just did not want to go into the deck, so I'm going to take it. What is it? Actually, I'm putting this in the middle. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? Thank you. And that just... Okay, hold on. And I see it's the Tower. So the Tower came out. So there is going to be something shocking in this full moon in Aries. Also, there may be some type of... I feel like some type of word said, too. May I have another card, please? Thank you. Knight of Cups again. This offer is going to shock someone. Knight of Cups again. It came out during the pre-shuffle, and now it's here again. So, yeah. In the heart of the matter, the Wheel of Fortune is at the heart of the matter. So for some of you, whatever this is, it's going to throw you for a loop. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Empress. So we have 3 major arcanas. The Tower, the Empress, and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like somebody wants to have your baby, or you want to have somebody's baby, or somebody wants you to have their baby. It's like either you want to have somebody's baby, somebody wants you to have your have their baby. I feel like someone wants to have children with someone. That's what I'm feeling here. Interesting. All right. So yeah, Tower, Wheel of Fortune. Also with the Wheel of Fortune, this is Jupiter energy. It's fixed energy, but really it's Jupiter because it's about expansion. But if you go by the fixed, then some of you could be dealing with a Leo, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, or a Taurus. May I have the energy for the collective, for the full moon in Aries? May I have the energy for the collective, for the full moon in Aries? Energy for the collective, for the full moon in Aries. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? Thank you. Woo, you jumped out. Wow, the Star, another major arcana. So this is about healing. This is about hope. This is also about a wish coming true as well. So for those of you, if romance is not on your mind, don't forget, this can be about abundance too. Whatever this is with the Knight of Cups, don't forget, Knight of Cups can be offers, because you see how he's holding up that cup offering it, but also Knights are about movement. With the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune, there's some type of change that forces movement that affects you emotionally. But I feel this is good change because the Star card is here. The Star, again, is about faith, hope, renewal, healing, wishing as well. It can also be about guidance. And this is Aquarius energy. But the Star card is here. Also, it can be about recognition. Some of you might find yourself in the spotlight. May I have some more cards, please? But I feel whatever this is, it's going to be shocking. Thank you. And then you have Queen of Pentacles at the heart of the matter. So this is Virgo energy, is what this is. Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, but specifically is Virgo energy, is what it is. And with the Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing and also very stable. And the Queen of Pentacles has the Midas touch too, as well. Anything financial, I feel the finances are good here, especially with the Queen of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune at the heart of the matter. I feel the finances are really good. And if they're not, then there will be a change. May I have another card, please? Thank you. And then you have the Lovers. So this is Gemini energy. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be about love. It can be for some of you. Also, the Lovers is a choice card. And it could be both. It could be about love and it could be about making a choice. Don't forget, the Tower card is here. So, whatever this is, a choice may have to be made. Now, with the Empress at the bottom of the deck here, I feel there's a lot of abundance. I feel there's a lot of room for growth. You have the Empress, which is about abundance. Also, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is about expansion. So you have abundance and expansion here. And you have recognition and healing with the Star. And now a choice has to be made. At the bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. This is another offer card. This is more a message than the Knight of Cups. Both can be messages and offers, but the Page of Cups are more so. And that's the water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but specifically Pisces energy. All right. Let's get to what's the Tspill deck right quick. And let's fill in some stuff on the outside. May I have the energy for the collective, for the new moon in Aries? May I have the energy for the collective, for the new moon in Aries? May I have the energy for the collective, for the new moon in Aries? At the bottom of the deck is confident. I just caught that. So some of you may be very confident in this time, which is understandable because it's a full moon in Aries. So, yeah, again, I feel like this moon is helping a lot of people build up their confidence. And they're making moves. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be about love. One other energy that I was picking up was a one-man band. Do you remember like the old, back a long time ago, the guy who would have like the harmonica and then he would have the drums and then he would have, I forgot what the thing is called that you, accordion. Thank you. That's it. He would have like the accordion, the thing that you smush together and make the noise. Like he'd do it all. And some of the energy that I picked up earlier in the pre-shuffle energy was that for some of you, you feel like you may not have been receiving some support from other people, where you ask people for help and for whatever reason, they said they can't help you, and they may have given a reason, or they said they don't want to help you, and then they may have given a reason. And I feel for some of you that actually motivated you even more, because you're like, okay, fine, if you won't help me, I'll do it myself. And some of you may feel more motivated right now, and you will really feel it with this full moon in Aries, where it's like, I'm going to show you. And it's sort of like a one-man band. You're just going to do it all. It's like, okay, if nobody's going to help me on this, I'll just do it by myself. That may be some of your energy, where you're just going to go in and do your thing. All right, what is it that Aries needs to hear? Woo! Thank you. What is it? I said Aries. What is it that the collective needs to hear? There must be an Aries listening to this reading. What is it that the collective needs to hear? Thank you. All right, man, have 2 more cards, please. Yeah, I'm going to take that one. And may I have 1 more card, please? Woo, that really... Okay, 2 cards came out. Hold on. My crystal fell. So I had to pick that up. Okay, I'll count these 2 as 1. Let me set this here. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, so first one that came out was crying over someone. Someone might be crying over you, is what may be going on. Other card that came out, it says 10th house, the 10th house. And it says, this situation involves someone's ambition, Aries, their motives, their rank in society, achievements, accolades, and social class. I told you, one of the things that I was picking up is for some of you, you asked for help, but nobody came. And because of that, it's sort of like that one-man band thing where it's like, okay, fine, I'll do it myself. Is what it is. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It seems like there's multiple timelines here. It could all be within one, but could be multiple, because obviously we're dealing with a love situation. But on top of that, we are also dealing with how one sees themselves in society, too. So, yeah, again, could be all one thing, but could be separate. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The other card that came out is projecting. Projecting. And it says, pointing out the actions of someone else, but really they are the things you do. All right, so someone could be projecting, whether it is you or someone in your orbit. And then these 2 cards came out together. One says regret. Someone regrets what they did to you, how they treated you, how they contributed to the mess. So someone that's going back to that 9 of Swords energy. Now that is either you or someone else. I feel like it's the other person. I really, really do. Where someone may regret something they've done. Because again, stress came out in the pre-shuffle and the 9 of Swords came out twice. So yeah, that really, really captures that. The second card that came out with it is balling. Having a luxurious lifestyle. Wanting and having the most expensive things in life. Pockets full. Now this definitely matches this energy right here. With the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Pentacles. And also, mind you, the Empress as well. And then under the Empress is another major arcana. The World card. And then under that is the 10 of Cups. And then guess what's under the 10 of Cups again? The 9 of Swords. And then under that is the 10 of Pentacles. And then under that one is the 9 of Pentacles. So this card here, that energy is around. That energy is around. Is what it is. So that is crazy. Especially with the World card here under the Empress. Yeah, that's a lot. And then the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. I honestly feel for some of you, someone might be missing out. Oh gosh, what is that song? There's two songs that I think of. The first one is Congratulations by Vesta Williams. That song, because she's thinking about what she thought was going to be her wedding. But the man ended up marrying someone else. There's another song, I want to say it's by Gerald Levert. I feel like it's a male singer. And it's like, it should have been me. It should have been my family. It should have been my house or my kids and all this stuff. I'm trying to remember that song. Oh my goodness. I have to look that up. Anybody who's listening to this episode or watching this episode, see if you can find that song, because I'm trying to remember. I want to say Gerald Levert sings it. I think he does. But that's kind of the energy on this love situation for some of you that I'm picking up. Is that someone missed out on something and they're like, whoa, because the person that they missed out on, I feel like their status wasn't, you know, Queen of Pentacles, World card, Wheel of Fortune, Empress status at the time they were together. I feel like what happened was after they split, all of this started happening, or it's in the process of happening. Maybe it hasn't fully happened yet. Maybe somebody's still at, like, let's say the 9 of Pentacles. But I feel for some of you, it's going to turn into the Queen of Pentacles, and then the Empress, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the World. Because don't forget, the World is about recognition too, just like the Star card is. I just heard somebody threw away their winning lottery ticket. That's what I just heard in my head. I just heard that. Someone threw away their winning lottery ticket. And now they're in regret because they threw away their winning lottery ticket, is what happened. And that might also be the shocking part too. Now, for others of you, if you're still dealing with the stalker, which that could be the person who threw away their winning lottery ticket. If not, then in another timeline, it's just a stalker who wants to confess their love. I don't see this. I feel for some of you, if you can get past the stalking part, because again, I feel like some of you will consider it an invasion of privacy, and you will get a restraining order. For others of you, if you can get past that, this person really cares about you in their own way. You know, I'm not judging. Stalkers can be cute sometimes. So, yeah. But that's what I'm getting with that. Now, let's remove love out of the equation as I wrap this up. I honestly feel that this is a level up, and some people who didn't see your value, not necessarily talking about love, I'm talking about in general. Some people who didn't see your value, they really regret it. Because you're stepping into a baller energy, because it says balling. And they're like, wow. How did I not know? How did I not see this? Also, I feel that some people may have looked down on you. Or they felt like they were better than you, smarter than you, or whatever. And now, that wheel is turning in your favor. And they're like, oh, okay, wow, they really did level up. I feel like for some of you, there will be some people, and it doesn't necessarily have to be during the full moon in Aries. I just feel like this is the catalyst that takes you into this energy. For those that this is resonating with. Where they will not see you again until they see your face on a magazine or in media and stuff, or they see you on television or whatever. That's when they will see you again. And when that happens, it's going to be like that light switch flips on, like, oh, wow, okay. They were capable. Clearly, they're on top of their game. They're succeeding. So, yeah. But, obviously, this is mostly a love reading. And the energy that I get is they threw away their winning lottery ticket. Which is why they're regretting. Which is why they're crying. All right? And that is your message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.